Good evening. Like I told you in previous videos, most of the time my videos come from conversations I had when I go out with friends or family or whoever. One thing about salespeople is their day tends to be very slow, but toward the end of it, for whatever reason, is when they get busy. So if you're working from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, you may have not have done anything until 8. Then somebody comes stumbling in at 8:45. And you're like, I gotta take them. I haven't done anything all day. So a friend of mine, salesperson, closer, was supposed to meet me up around 9 o'clock, ends up getting there at 10:30 or 11. So she comes walking in there, peed off. And she was with the customer for 2 or 3 hours trying to close a deal. And just couldn't get it to shut down. Well, as a closer, you have literally 2 or 3 minutes to find out what is going on after the sales rep has been with them, for 2 or 3 hours. And they're already exhausted. And she says she's using the logic and the information base to try to close the sale because that's what I told her to do. Well, that works with a certain demographic. If you're informed, you're educated, you can use knowledge, statistics, information to close them. Well, the reason why I ask the sales rep certain questions before I go on the TO or the turnover is to find out what kind of customer I'm dealing with. So they say there's 4 types of customers. I think there's 2 types of customers. Analytical, informed, that's one. The engineer types. And then emotional. So smart and stupid. Yes, I just said that. Smart and stupid. So if I'm going to go in on a deal, I typically look over the shoulder, go ask them a couple questions. I'm going to be able to tell whether or not the negotiation is going to go quickly or it's going to be an hour or two. 80-20 rule. If you spend 80% selling, it takes 20% to close. If you spend 20% selling, it's going to take 80% to close. That's just what it is. And it's depending on the sales rep too, but this business has so many new people coming into it that not everybody knows how to offset the closing by spending time in the open. I'd rather have openers than closers because if you're a good opener, you don't need a closer. So everybody wants to get to closing. Well, the reason it's taking so long is because you didn't set the foundation right. That's why the house is going to collapse. It's not the materials you're using, it's the foundation that it's on. So, long story short, the reason why I've spent so much time with a customer before I go into the close as a sales rep is real simple. If they've made bad decisions throughout their life, I know how I'm going to close them. I'm going to use stupid to close stupid. You feel me there? If they've made bad decisions their whole life, and this is why asking questions outside of buying a car is going to help you in the close. Because we're not going to use rational thinking with this customer. We've already found out that most of the decisions they make in life are irrational. So we have to fight stupid with stupid. The reason she didn't close the deal was because she didn't tap into what kind of customer she was dealing with. And when you try to use logic, information to sell a customer that is more emotional, you offend them. So now they sink their heels in and they'll waste your whole entire day because you've literally upset them. They feel offended that you're trying to use logic and statistics to sell them something. With an analytical customer, they appreciate it because most of the time they knew what they could pay for the car. They just want to find out because a lot of them have this narcissistic, I know everything. And when they find somebody that challenges that with another I know everything type of closer, they become friends. It's the craziest thing. And then they're like, oh, yep, you've called me stupid. I understand why. I knew the number I offered you I couldn't do. You explained why I can't. I appreciate that. And now we're at the number that they were going to pay anyways. You just had to play their game. So the analytical one's easy. Get them out of the way. The emotional one, is where it gets to be difficult because you can't use logic to close them. You got to use stupidity. So hopefully that will help her the next time she goes and closes a deal. Ask questions. How many times have you been married? Okay. What do you do for a living? Okay. Tough questions. Hopefully your reps did this prior to you coming in there. But if it's 9 o'clock or 9:30, I'm not going to spend an hour trying to soften up my questions by building rapport. I'm going straight into it. Hopefully that helps you the next time you get a customer like that. Thank you and have a wonderful night.